We're going to kick things off with the semifinal round of the new Beverage Showdown, BevNet Live's signature beverage brand competition. My name is Ray Latif. I'm the editor and producer of Taste Radio, BevNet's top podcast for the food and beverage industry. Let's talk about the Showdown for a minute. Sponsored by Venturing Emerging Brands, an operating unit of the Coca-Cola Company, the Showdown gives 12 early-stage brands the opportunity to present their business plans and products to a panel of expert judges and the audience here at BevNet Live. The winner of the two-day competition will receive $10,000 in prizes and join a short list of brands that have triumphed in the Showdown, including Health-Ade, Malk, Rise Brewing Company, Tio Gazpacho, that is, Hop Tea, and Grady's Cold Brew. The rules for the semifinal round. Each of the 12 brands will have 2 minutes to present and receive 2 minutes of immediate feedback from the judging panel. The judges sampled the beverages earlier this morning. If the contestants try to go over the 2-minute limit, they'll hear this sound. After all the brands have presented, the judges will pick 5 brands to move on to the final round, which begins tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. The 6th finalist will be chosen by audience vote. At the end of today's semifinal round, we're going to show a list of all participants and a number next to the brand name. Audience members in attendance and watching at home on the live stream can vote by texting the number corresponding to their favorite brand to a phone number that we'll provide. You can also call the phone number to vote. We're going to show that phone number at the end of the semifinal round. You'll have until 10:30 a.m. to vote, and we'll announce our 6 finalists at 12:15 p.m. today. Now let's meet our panel of esteemed judges. Starting all the way at the end, we have Fred Hart, who's a partner and creative director at Interact Boulder, a branding and packaging design agency specializing in the food and beverage industry. Fred led Interact's redesign of iconic Dogfish Head, the creation of Koya, Vive Organic, and the refresh of Wandering Bear, among many other delicious libations. Polina Shabatarev is the co-founder and vice president of Cambridge SPG, an investment firm focused on innovative and healthy consumer brands. Its portfolio includes stakes in Foodsters, Once Upon a Time, and Owl's Brew. Next, we have Bill Ford, who's a group director with Venturing Emerging Brands. Prior to joining the VEB team, Bill was the general manager of the coffee business at Treehouse Foods. He was also a management consultant with the Boston Consulting Group. Last but certainly not least, Mike Schneider is the CMO of BevNet. He goes by the handle of BevNet Mike on Instagram and shares videos of his morning coffee preparation every day. That's pretty much all there is to say about Mike. Now, he's a seasoned marketing executive who also lives at the collision of brand, experience, and product. But he wrote that copy, I didn't, so. All right, let's get to it. Our first semifinalist of the Showdown is Catherine Doherty, the founder and CEO of Spritz Beverages. Come on up. Hello. Good to see you. Microphone. And you don't need the clicker. And your timer right there. Yep.
Okay, great. Good morning. My name is Catherine Doherty, and I'm the founder of Spritz Beverages. My journey began in 2016 when I was training for a half Ironman. I had gathered my fellow triathletes around my dining room table on a Friday night for dinner, but with long runs ahead the next morning, alcohol was out. Not wanting the meal to feel incomplete, I went to my kitchen and created a concentrate of my favorite herbal tea, mixed it with carbonated water, and served it in wine glasses to my friends. Spritz was born. Fast forward to today, and I am taking my decade of multidisciplinary experience and training from Johnson & Johnson and applying it to the launch of my company. We are delivering a consumer-validated portfolio, a comprehensive brand identity, and a thoughtful execution strategy, all anchored in our mission of celebrating and empowering women. Our 5 products highlight teas from around the world, each with varying levels of caffeine. All of our products have 0 calories, 0 sugar, and have a soft sparkling of carbonation. Our name, Spritz, is a word that we trademarked that evokes thoughts of a tea spritzer or a spritz of perfume. It's light, fresh, and refined. And our logo represents our liquid with leaves and bubbles, but also our mission with that one bold bubble courageously leading upwards, a nod to the many women who are paving the way for others to follow. Our brand voice is encouraging, empowering, and inspiring, and we cement our commitment to this with a 1% net revenue giveback policy to women's empowerment organizations. Finally, we will execute strategically. We are launching in our beachhead market of Ohio and building out a multi-channel strategy to own the Midwest. Year one channels include premium fitness studios, spas, restaurants. We have a leadership team in place with decades of beverage experience, and we are ready to delight our customers. Thank you.
Excellent, well done. Great stuff. Light, fresh, and refined. That's how it was described. Mike, would you agree in terms of the packaging and the liquid itself?
Yeah, I really like the packaging in terms of light, fresh, and refined. I think there's a great use of white space here. I mean, pedantically, I couldn't find a lot wrong with the packaging itself. The green has more of a yellow tinge to it when you pour it, so it doesn't pay off there, but it was kind of hard to find more than that.
Mm-hmm. Bill, sparkling tea is an expanding segment of the tea category. What do you think of Spritz within that space?
Well, yeah, I do like the product here and the category of kind of the combination of sparkling water and tea coming together. What didn't come out, especially when we were tasting it backstage, was sort of this notion of it being a potential alcohol replacement. In fact, we had some conversation about the name Spritz and the connotation of that it could be an alcohol. So I think clarifying exactly what the proposition there is and that there is not alcohol in the product and really the positioning of that.
Mm-hmm. Polina, in terms of the presentation, what did you hear that you liked? What did you want to hear more of?
I liked her presentation. I think she did an overall good job of explaining the logo and the design and how it goes together with the product.
Mm-hmm. Fred, would you agree with Mike and Bill's take about the sort of positioning in terms of the packaging?
Yeah, I think the packaging is very upscale and it's clean, and I think that reflects a lot of the sentiments of the entrepreneur. What I have a hard time with is differentiation between flavor to flavor. I have to read to understand the differences, and when I'm at retail and I'm trying to make decisions quickly, I want color to help me, and each of the identities is pretty much similar. I also am not sure if the Spritz name is truly an asset for the brand right now. It's a fairly generic term. I could imagine that asking for a Spritz would conjure up all sorts of other possible categories, like wine spritzers or this or that, and so I think that is something that will need to be addressed long term.
Great feedback. All right, let's move on.
Hey, it's Ray Latif with Taste Radio. If you like what you just saw, hit subscribe and ding the bell. You'll be happy you did.